Hey YouTube, Kira Twig here, bringing you all an update to my Raidraptor Yugioh deck profile for August 2025. Wanted to update the Raidraptor deck after getting the confirmation that they were not getting new support in the Doom of Dimensions booster set. I figured I would update the deck with what we have available for the deck since the last wave of support. I don't know, it just felt like Doom of Dimensions, we could have potentially gotten it since, the Raidraptor deck used by Shun in the Arc 5 series was all about, crossing over dimensions. But I digress. We will probably see some more support in the future, but until then, I'll update you all with what I have for the Raidraptor deck at the moment. So let's go ahead and get started with the deck profile. So we'll go ahead and start off with the main deck monsters. For the 3-ofs for the Raidraptor monsters, 3 copies of Raidraptor Bloom Vulture. If you do not control any face-up monsters other than Winged Beast monsters, you can special summon both this card and 1 Raidraptor monster from your hand. If you control no monsters, you can target 2 level 4 or lower Raidraptor monsters in your graveyard, including this card. Special summon them in defense. You can only use 1 Raidraptor Bloom Vulture effect per turn, and only once that turn. Also, you cannot special summon the turn you activate this effect, except for dark monsters, which really isn't a big restriction in the deck. It just gives you more of a play setup to then be able to go into your many different Raidraptor Xyz monsters. For the setup of just 2 Xyz monsters, or 2 level 4 or varying level monsters in the deck using your Bloom Vulture. We're also running 3 copies of Raidraptor Stranglelanius. If you control a dark monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Also, you cannot special summon for the rest of the turn except dark monsters. If you control an Xyz monster with a dark XYZ monster as material, you can target 1 level 4 lower Raidraptor monster in your graveyard, special summon it, but its effects are negated. You can only use each effect of Stranglelanius once per turn. Just being able to use the Xyz option of Stranglelanius to then grab an additional resource to then go into another Xyz play, and then just have an easy special summon of a monster on the field using this Xyz play as well. And then also 3 copies of Raidraptor Noirlanius with another level 4 from the Phantom Nightmare booster set released. During your main phase, if this card is normal or special summon this turn, you can target 1 Raidraptor monster you control, add 1 Raidraptor monster with a different level than that monster from your deck to your hand. You can banish this card from your graveyard to increase or decrease the level of all Raidraptor monsters you currently control by 1. And you can use each effect of Noirlanius once per turn, but the different level grab can grab us cards like Painlanius or Lastrix to our hand, since they are a different level than the majority level 4 Raidraptor monsters that we run in the deck, to then be able to make use of for the different Xyz plays that we go into, and just special summon resources as well using those monsters. 3 copies of Tribute Lanius just for the added send effect with this card. With this card during the main phase, if it was normal or special summon this turn, you can send a Raidraptor card from your deck to the graveyard. So you can use this card to send cards like Mimicry Lanius to the graveyard. And then if this card destroyed an opponent's monster by battle, you can add 1 rank up magic quick play spell from your deck to your hand, which we do have a good number of the different rank up quick play spells to add off of this card also. And then also 3 copies of Raider's Wing. It is always treated as a Raidraptor card. With this card, if it's in your hand or graveyard, you can detach 1 material from your Dark Xyz monster, special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. You can only use the effect of Raider's Wing once per turn. An Xyz monster's original attribute is Dark, has this effect gained as well. Your opponent cannot target it with card effects, so added protection for some of our bigger Raidraptor cards. Some of them are just unaffected by card effects anyway, so not really a big point there. But some of our other ones that can still be targeted can benefit from this added protection play thanks to this card. And then also 2 copies of Raidraptor Vanishing Lanius, just for the additional setup of another monster from your hand when this card is normal or special summon. So in turn, you could summon out a Vanishing Lanius and then another one, and then that additional monster to then have the 3 overlay play using all 3 of those monsters on the field because of it. The 2 copies of Lastrix, which the main play here is just with our Raidraptor Skip Force, because then you can use the Lastrix to grab out, just by tributing this card, a Raidraptor Xyz monster from your extra deck, and then use the Skip Force to then go into a 2 rank higher Xyz monster using this monster as well. The 1 copy of Raidraptor Painlanius, just with being able to special summon this card out, adjust its level, and then take the burn damage, where the name Painlanius came from, for the fact that you do take burn damage by summoning this card out. Singing Lanius, if you control an Xyz monster, you can special summon this this card up into the field as well. The Mimicry Lanius for the send off of our other Raidraptor cards. And then with this card, if it's in the graveyard, because it was sent there this turn, you can banish this card, add one Raidraptor card from your deck to your hand, except for Mimicry Lanius, which we can grab even spells off of this card, like Raidraptor Nest, to continue our search plays off of this card as well. And then the other non-Raidraptor monster that we run in the deck, 3 copies of Simorgh, Bird of Perfection. While it's face on the field, you can only use each of the following effects of Simorgh, Bird of Perfection once per turn. During your main phase, if you normal or special summon a Wing Beast monster, you can reveal this card in your hand. Immediately after this effect resolves, normal summon one Simorgh monster. And if this card is normal summon, you can send one Simorgh monster from your deck to the graveyard to add one to your hand. But it's mostly in here as just an additional level 4 Wing Beast monster to summon after revealing this card, and then just normal summoning it out as another resource to use. It doesn't restrict you because it has a dark attribute level 4 play, so fits perfectly well in with the Raidraptor monsters. For the spells, running 2 copies of Rank Up Magic Skip Force. Target a Raidraptor Xyz monster you control, and special summon from your extra deck one Raidraptor monster that has 2 ranks higher than that target by using material, and the target monster as material, and then also transfer the materials to the summoned monster. And then during the main phase, except the turn was sent to the graveyard, you could banish this card one Raidraptor monster from your graveyard to target an Xyz monster Raidraptor in your graveyard and special summon it. So then you can just grab back the other additional Raidraptor Xyz monster resource and then use it for some of your other Xyz plays, which those Xyz plays come in the form of our Phantom Knights Rank Up Magic Force, the 1 Rise Rank Up Magic Raidraptors Force, and then the 1 Phantom Knights Rank Up Magic Launch, having different Xyz options with each one of these cards, having the banish option to go into some of the higher level Xyz monsters, and then the Rise Rank Up Raidraptors Force during the main phase of your opponent's battle phase. Target 2 or more Raidraptor Xyz monsters you control, and or in your graveyard, including a monster on the field. If it at least has 2 remaining face up with the, basically, if at least 2 remain face up after resolution, special summon one Raidraptor Xyz monster from your extra deck with a rank equal to their combined ranks. And if you do, attach the targeted monsters to it as material, and it's treated as an Xyz summon and transfer the materials to the summoned monster. So with this card, you target 2 or more, and then having the 2 or more face up on the field of resolution, you can then Xyz them into your bigger Xyz plays. This is how we get into some of the major, bigger monsters in the deck, including our rank 13 Raidraptor Rising Rebellion Falcon, needing the combined total to then be able to summon out this monster as well. The rank up Phantom Knights Magic Launch can also help by getting us into some of the bigger Xyz plays as well, with no Xyz material, and then summoning a Dark Xyz monster 1 rank higher than that monster as well from our extra deck onto that card also. The 2 copies of Raidraptor's Nest as the search off of Mimicry Lanius. If you control 2 or more of your Raidraptor monsters, you can add a Raidraptor monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Going into effect once per turn, but still search power to then just continue on with your Raidraptor plays. The 1 Rank Up Magic Soul Shave Force is just another fun Xyz play, because with this card we can spend half of our life points and get out Cyber Dragon Infinity in the deck also. The 1 Raidraptor Roost. If a Raidraptor monster is special summoned from the extract to your field except during the damage step, you can add 1 Raidraptor Spell or Trap from your deck to your hand, which once again, having it in the name finally for the Rise Rank Up Magic Raidraptors Force just makes this another viable search off of this card. And then the 1 Call by the Grave, with the last of our spells being 3 copies of Swallow's Cowrie. You tribute 1 Wing Beast monster in your hand or face on the field, and add 1 Wing Beast monster from your deck to your hand with the same level as the tributed monster. So just specific search power. If you need a particular Raidraptor monster, you can use this quick play spell to grab that particular card to your hand. And then the 2 copies of Raidraptor Glorious Bright. If you control a Raidraptor monster, target a face-up monster your opponent controls, or if you control a Raidraptor Xyz monster, you can target a face-up card your opponent controls, negate that card's effect till the end of this turn. And you can banish this card from your graveyard, target one of your Raidraptor monsters that is banished, store in your graveyard, and add it back to your hand. So just recycle power as well, even for the banished targets using this trap. For the Xyz monsters, 2 copies of Raidraptor Force Strix, one of the easier monsters to go into. Just needing 2 level 4 monsters, and then being able to, once per turn, detach an Xyz material from it to add a Darkwing monster from your deck to your hand. It's a soft once per turn, so if you summon out another Force Strix, then you can use the same search effect off of that card also. The 1 Raidraptor Rise Falcon for the attack gain to swing over a good majority of monsters your opponent has. The 1 Raidraptor Brave Strix. A Raidraptor Xyz monster that has this card's material gains this effect. This card gains attack equal to its rank times 100. You can only use this effect of Brave Strix once per turn, and only once that turn. You can detach an Xyz material from this card to set a Raidraptor spell or trap from your deck. And if this card has Wing Beast monsters as material, you can detach one material from this card to add one rank up magic spell from your deck to your hand, which once again just being a rank 5 monster, all the easier for the added Xyz play as well, gaining the additional 100 attack points off of it. Blaze Falcon, and then also the 1 Revolution Falcon, and the 1 Air Raid Revolution Falcon for the different rank 6 Xyz plays as well, which the skip force can go from 4 into 6 using these monsters as well. The bigger Xyz monsters include the Satellite Cannon Falcon, the Ultimate Falcon for rank 8, 10, and then 13 for Raidraptor Rising Rebellion Falcon, which once again, the best way to get this card out would be to either use our Raidraptor our Phantom Knights rank up Magic Force, banishing one or more dark monsters from your graveyard, targeting the Dark Xyz monster, and special summon from your extra deck 1 Raidraptor monster, whose rank equals that of the targeted monster, plus the number of monsters banished. So then, just the more you banish, the more you can summon out with this card as well for that summon. And then the rest of the Xyz monsters being the 1 Raider's Knight, the 1 Arc Rebellion Xyz Dragon for one of the monsters to use for our Phantom Knights Xyz spell to then go into as well, having the attack boost gain as well thanks to this card, and the 1 Cyber Dragon Infinity as just the fun tech play to go into with the Soul Shape Force, regarding and disregarding what you can summon into it, just having to be a monster 2 ranks higher by summoning back that monster from the graveyard. And then the Link monsters being the 1 Wise Strix and the 1 SP Little Knight for the added dark attributes to be able to go into, and then the added special summon resource for SP to be able to banish a card from our opponent's field or graveyard when it's summoned out. And then as for some of the go-to plays in the deck, Bloom Vulture and then our Noir Lanius definitely do help for a good majority of setup, just being the newest support, and I would say the most consistent support for these monsters as well. If you do not control any face-up monsters other than Wing Beast monsters, you can special summon this card 1 Raidraptor from your hand. So then, if you have the chance to summon both this and Noir Lanius out, that not only is that a special summon, not taking away from your normal summon, you can then go for the additional play with these cards, with this one being able to use this targeting a Raidraptor monster you control, add 1 Raidraptor monster with a different level than that monster from your deck to your hand, and then you can use this card effect to then add your last Strix to your hand, and you haven't had your normal summon yet. So then from here, you can then have the added Xyz play for these monsters to then be able to go into your rank 4 Xyz play, being your 4 Strix, because then from there you have the detach off of the 4 Strix to then be able to search out another additional Raidraptor monster, which once again, we haven't even gone for our normal summon yet, but you can go for the Strangle Lanius. Since you control a dark monster, you can special summon out the Raidraptor Strangle Lanius with this card as well. And if you control a Xyz monster with a dark Xyz monster as material, you can use the target at level 4 Raidraptor in your graveyard and special summon it, but you need to go for that 1 additional play before you have that setup. So this is where the rank up magics come in handy for that added setup for your monsters as well. So you can go for the summon of your last Strix here for that tribute play as well. But don't forget, you also have the Noir Lanius option as well to increase the levels of all Raidraptor monsters you currently control by 1. But also the setup with this card comes in the form of your additional special summon for your monsters that you want to go into using these monsters. But that's, again, that is where the search power for your different cards comes in handy as well, depending on what you want to search for with your Raidraptor monsters. If you have the initial setup of the 2 Raidraptor monsters and then your rank up magic Raidraptor's Force and then the Skip Force, you have the added total combined power to then be able to summon out your rank 13 monster, because then you'll use the last Strix for the tribute off effect to then be able to summon out your go-to monster, which once again, you just need the combined ranks, so 8 and basically the 5 play for your summon if you were to go for that rank Xyz play from there, or you could go for the level 10 rank, so you can use the added summon of your Satellite Cannon Falcon here off of the Force Tricks, use the Skip Force to then get out your rank 10 Ultimate Falcon. You can then go for the Link 2 play using the Strangle Lanius and the Force Tricks left on the field to then summon out your Wise Strix, and then being able to special summon a level 4 Dark Wing Beast monster from your deck and defense also. And then if your Raidraptor Xyz monster effect is activated, set 1 rank up spell directly from your deck as well. So you'll either have the option to use your Ultimate Falcon and then set it up, or if you already have the Xyz play ready to go with this play as well, you can either search out the Raidraptor's Force or set up the additional one being our Phantom Knight's rank up Magic Force with the Wise Strix for this card as well, because then you'll have your rank 10 monster. You'll be able to activate your additional banish of your 3 Raidraptor monsters to then go into your bigger boss monster being the Raidraptor Rising Rebellion Falcon from there for that play. But that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoy. Like I said, wanted to update this deck. It sadly didn't get any more support in Doom of Dimensions, but, you know, as the sets go on, I definitely can see us getting some more Raidraptor support. Depending on what it is, I think it'd be fun if we see a rank 1 Raidraptor monster just to start back from the beginning with these cards. But until next time, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and Kira Twig out.